1, the 3 p.m. kickoff for the Women's Open Grand Final. Australia taking on Great Britain. And Shane, it feels like every game we've seen just gets better and better here on finals day. And some atmosphere building as you see the Great Britain's women's team getting the guard of honour entering the pitch. And even a couple of stray Australians cheering them onto the pitch.
I think it's actually Alan Hoskin from the previous match we saw here, having swapped his jersey with an opponent.
Ah,
he's got the GB shorts still.
Eagle-eyed. Very good, Shane. Very good. That's the second time now you've undermined me in front of the audience. But I'll see you in Paz comment section for stream 2.
But yes, of course, a massive congratulations for both these teams making it to this final, and we will see who takes the win here. This the first of the open categories finals that we have. The Women's Open between Australia and Great Britain, followed here of course by the Men's Open final at 4 o'clock between Lebanon and Australia, and then again closed out with the Mixed Open final between Australia and New Zealand Exiles.
So yeah, set up for a Grand Slam final hat-trick of games. And here on pitch 1, we've seen an Australian team beat a Great Britain team already today. Then this Women's Open, Great Britain going to be looking for some revenge.
Yeah, you'd think so, and we know this GB Women's Open team is very, very strong, so they'll be hoping to take that revenge. Comes through Australia first. Good passing here from Australia.
The passing and ability to recycle possession from all the Australian teams we've watched, so impressive. And only the fact that I said it there, give the credit to the commentator.
Yep. They still hold on to it, and they exit well. That kick looking like it'll just be out for the 50-10. Brilliant kick there. Exactly the start that Australia would have wanted.
They go quickly. Number 7 there, Holly Buchanan.
Just runs into the defender, so penalty against her for contact.
Brave defending there from Vice Captain Anita Snowden.
Good awareness to tap and go, run towards the player who was still offside, knowing she can't tag her. GB now with their first bit of possession. We'll see what they can do. They get down the wing well, back inside to Leah Alexander, who's tagged. Good kick put in.
Awkward to deal with.
The chase is good too. Nowhere to go for Isabella Fanis. Australia have looked comfortable on the ball early into this game. Good tag made there. Leah Alexander on the wing.
Yeah, and a good spell of possession here from Australia, who are of course waiting for me to say that before losing the ball. Back with Great Britain.
Almost through there was Laura Riches.
Tags to Riches.
There's
was tagged. There's something there. He's actually going to run off the pitch after hearing that.
Yep, she will not be back on. Does not want to be brought to attention again.
Oh,
great.
Brilliant
hit movement there. Tag eventually made, but GB looking threatening down this left wing. Good tag again. GB now spreading it wide. Good kick put in.
It's an awkward one, but it does go out.
Yeah, lucky bounce there, you think, to take it out. Australia perspective. So they'll attack now from their own third. Good defense, GB. So quick through the gap there. And a pass out to the wing. She looked to finish it, but the covering.
Oh, and they make it. Oh, did they make it?
I think she got the tag, did she? Tag made.
Oh, incredible.
Brilliant defense. Lucy Saunders.
Oh,
look at that.
One of the tags of the tournament.
And I think Saunders hurt herself a bit.
Yeah, body on the line defending there from Saunders.
Yeah,
and hopefully she's okay.
Quickly sub off. Yeah, we'll hope that she can get back in action, because GB will need strong effort like that to challenge this great Australia attack.
Inspirational defending from Saunders, and hopefully her team can do her justice. But doing her an injustice at the moment, as the opening try goes in from number 6, Sian George, for a 1-pointer.
Just so good from Australia there. The defense a little narrow, you think, from GB.
But a brilliant one too between George and Waters. And George goes in. As we see some of the physicality over there on pitch 2 in the men's 50s game. See Australia on the attack here.
And back to pitch 1,
back
of course,
pitch 1
for the
but
Women's Open.
Just showing off there from Full-Time Productions that we've got cameras everywhere, and if there's a ball being kicked or passed around, we will have eyes on it. But our main focus, of course, here on pitch 1, the Women's Open World Cup final between Australia and Great Britain. Australia winning 1-0, courtesy of that early try from Sian George.
Good passing from GB to keep this ball alive. Tag there on Emily Rona-Roper.
Oh, brilliant passing here from GB. Again, the curse of the commentator. They've undone their hard work.
Australia. It is the goal corner. Come forward, please. Ireland and Australia players. Just get there, guys.
Yeah. And Australia looking to increase their lead. But Great Britain holding firm. And nearly 7 minutes gone. Only a point down. Nothing decided yet. But that was a brilliant kick from Australia. Very awkward for Great Britain to defend against. And GB going to the line in no rush to give the ball back, forcing number 14, Maria Belen Barsinias, to go get it herself. GB only wasting their own time. It's recovered by Great Britain. Great Britain trying to play out deep from their own half.
Almost through the gap there, Laura Riches.
And an interesting kick.
Just over the ref's shoulder height though, looks like. So it'll be back for Australia ball. Great attack here.
Oh, and fumbled at the last moment. And number 1, Elise Atkins.
Riches tried to take that ball quickly. It's back with GB now.
But being penned back here by Australia, getting good high tags. An awkward bouncing kick, but well recovered. And Maria Bellenbarsnias. Barsnias again. Such quick feet, but good tagging by Great Britain. That's number 9 now, Keisha Kapia. Seen her score a few tries throughout this tournament. Good tag there by Jessica Charles. And Australia perilously close to the try line. Great Britain defending for their lives in this opening 10 minutes. Oh, grubber attempt. Oh, nearly perfect from number 9, Keisha Kapea.
Yeah, and it's just batted backwards by GB over that try line, so they will drop kick this ball back to Australia. As a reminder, there is still a strong wind blowing in the faces of GB at the moment, so any high kicks might be blown back their way. They opt for the low one there. Australia now look to go down that left side.
Good jinking.
Brilliant tag though. Jessica Charles there.
Yeah, Holly Buchanan thought she was in.
Switch back again to that left and back to the middle, looking for those gaps to open up.
Oh, nearly Caitlin Turnbull.
And again to that left side.
Oh, lovely pass.
And again, they're just spreading it so well here.
Oh, and it's number 4, Tiana Zdradveska. Makes it 2-0.
Yeah, Australia just do so well to go back and forth along that line. You watch the GB defence go left, go right, and it just tightens them all up, forces the wide ones to bite in and leaves space in the corner there.
And actually the closest player to Tiana was her own teammate there, Isabella Fainus. And they are just relentless.
Great kick, Australia. Stopped well. Good pace there from GB, trying to escape their line to Hannah Wilson, the captain.
Yeah, and of course 11.5 minutes gone, only 2 points in it, so nothing decided yet, but Great Britain won't want that scoreline getting any bigger.
Australia certainly will. They'll look to extend their lead now as they switch to attack. Almost through, but well tagged. I think Wilson again made that tag. No tag made. Everyone expected one of those two passes. Tag eventually on Keisha Kapea.
Oh!
Good inside line, but tagged well was Karen Wen.
And another last ditch tag, and that ref holds up the signal for 5th and final. Ball still with Australia, go for the kick.
Well recovered there. Almost through was Catherine New.
Good double tag there by Chelsea Cryer. Number 8 there, Lucy Saunders. Good to see Lucy Saunders back on the pitch. Of course, she made a brilliant tag earlier in this game and then went off injured after it. But good to see her back on the pitch. Her hand slightly bandaged. But good to see it's not too serious of an injury.
Yeah, she can still have a say in this Women's Open World Cup final between GB and Australia. At the moment, it's Australia in the lead. Good tagging from GB. Australia look to come again quickly. Great ball out to the wing, just not held, unfortunately. So, ball back to GB. Good defense from them.
Oh, great hands there from number 17, Ellen McGuinness.
Through the gap and broadly.
The gap not broad enough for her to get through.
True. Let you have that one. Bit of pace down the wing there. Megan Lewis just not able to get away from the tags. The Australian defence so good. Kick comes in now. Running onto it well is Famous. Fresh set of tags for Australia.
5 minutes left in the first half of this Women's Open World Cup final. Australia winning, but still only 2-0. Anything can happen, but the next score could be vital.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen a lot of scores just before and just after half-time in these finals really being the deciding factors between the teams so far. Just the sort of mental game of getting an extra try before the break or getting it right after, just a massive deal. Great defense from GB. Good fake and burst to the left.
Oh,
so close there.
Yeah, Australia is trying to get another score before half-time, extend their lead.
Oh, she was through there. Almost. And that is fifth and final. GB doing a great defensive showing at the moment.
Spilled.
Yeah, forcing that riskier pass. So GB now back with the ball. Good passing, extra numbers out there. Ellie Jones almost away. Back to Jones
good leap
again.
there by Jones.
Yeah, Alexander's options weren't open, so went the blindside herself.
Oh, good 1-2 passing.
Almost through that gap with the spin. Emily Rona Roper. GB put in a good kick. It's handled well. Australia look to return, and there's missed tags eventually made. Australia now on the halfway through the gap.
Oh, Barson Yass nearly through.
Australia breaking down this left side now, making a good bit of ground and then cutting back to the middle.
Driving run there from Sarah Carter.
Making so much ground before those tags are made. The GB.
Oh, and do they make it? Ref says.
I think linesman giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, the high five seemed to indicate that it was a try for number 5, Sharni Waters.
Brilliant attack from Australia. They're just so quick to those roll balls, keeping the GB defence,
Yeah, whatever about their
retreating
physical
constantly.
skills, but their mental skills to stay sharp and alert for as long as they do.
Yeah, You see there the GB defence again was set quite narrow, forcing Lee Alexander to rush across to the far side to cover that corner. And it is 3-0 Australia. Great run as the space opens up in front of Anne Broadley. Loop around to the left. A good step. Ball away well. Being kept alive nicely by GB.
Go for the 50-10. Nearly kept in by Australia.
Great chasing tag there. Made by 17, Alan McGuinness.
Better from Great Britain.
Yeah, they win the turnover.
Can they do something just before half time?
Quick rushing defence from Australia. GB will definitely look to get a score going into this half-time break. Nice kick in behind, but no one really chasing McGuinness's kick. There is the klaxon for half-time and the referee's whistle. So at the break, it is 3-0 Australia against GB in this World Cup 2023 Women's Open final. Be sure to join us very soon for the second half.
Baby, I can't make a move like a child, a star for love. I'll stay there as long as I have to. I'll cry a river of tears that flows to the sea. Baby, if you run away, baby, if you leave, I'm so in love with you, girl. You make me feel brand new. Come on, give it up to me. Let me take care of you. I know that your mama said I'm gonna make you cry all night. I'll cry a river of tears that flows to the sea. Baby, if you run away.
And we are back for the second half of the Women's Open World Cup final between Australia and Great Britain. And so far, all going the way of Australia, Shane.
Yeah, they're leading 3-0 at the start of this second half. And those girls just awaiting the ref's whistle, eager to get going again and see the end of this World Cup Women's Open final. Great support here, of course, as there has been all week at UL. The famous inflatable kangaroo for the Tagaroos of Australia. GB now looking to get some points on the board, keep themselves in this Women's Open final.
Jade Walker eventually tagged there.
Good kick put through there, and yeah, ball just seen out to touch. So Australia will take that possession. Australia have looked good in attack, always making good ground whenever they've been around the sort of halfway mark on the pitch. Caught back into the middle, almost through the gap there. Could have been away, Sarah Carter. Good passing, keeping the ball alive.
Oh, brilliant hip work there from Australia's number 11, Isabella Fainis.
Well worked back to the
Oh,
right.
and another brilliant spin from Catherine New. Oh,
And that's the final great turnover, GB, but Australia did make great ground, forcing GB to play from deep inside their own territory. Nowhere to go at the moment for GB, so they put in the kick. I think it might have taken a deflection there. Although no, ref says Australia ball. And penalty there. The attacker just running into the defenders as they stood still.
Jade Walker wanted to get things underway quick as they know the next score in this game is vital. Great Britain could just give themselves a little bit of momentum, something to cling on to. And a singular 1 point try would be huge. If they get a box try, make a real game out of this.
Yeah, you feel they'll definitely want the first score of the second half if they're to stay in contention for the World Cup trophy.
Good kick there, but well recovered by Isabella Fainis.
Good run from dummy half there. Number 4, the try scorer, Tiana Soradveska. Yeah, I think it looked like 21 Hannah Wilson still had an Australian tag in her hand as she retreated to the defensive line. Good dummy and go there again from Tiana. Australia looking dangerous.
Oh, another great breakaway, and are they in? And it's that number 1, Alicia Atkins.
Brilliant try from Australia, just working so well to run at that line so quickly, get the pass away just before the tags were made. Great from Capea there. Nice dummy to give space. Caitlin Turnbull gives that final pass. And Alicia Atkins in for the 4th try for Australia.
15 minutes left. Great Britain have to do something if they are to stay in this game. And it is, getting to do or die time in this Women's Open World Cup final.
GB now looking to advance towards the halfway. Good tagging from Australia. Good cheers from their subs bench. Forcing the kick from GB.
And well recovered there.
Very well.
Jade Walker going to drag her team back into this. Oh, great hands there. Leah Alexander.
Down the wing, Alexander.
On another brilliant kick by Jade Walker.
Just unfortunately knocked on as she went through to recover that.
Very unfortunate. She's going to drag her team by the scruff of the neck back into this game.
Great pressure from Walker, and had that bounce been a little bit more favourable, she could have been through for a box try. Good passing though again from Australia. Almost away down that wing. Another great tag. Walker again, I believe it was. Fortunate drop ball there. Just gives possession back to GB. Pass away just before that tag was made, allowing Emily Goldman to make a little bit of extra room.
Much better from GB. Trying to put together passes more comfortably, but passing not really much good to them at the moment. They need points.
Yeah, they've got to start finding gaps, trying to draw the defence this way and that. And those passes, of course, a good way to do it. Another way, just good hard running.
Yeah, nearly from Great Britain. Oh,
almost back on that inside line. Eleanor Richardson Mampau.
Australia proving impenetrable so far. But penetrated they are.
Had a bit of a shake of the head there. The referee must have been towards the Australian defence's prize of tag. But a good try there, scored by Laura Richards, I believe.
Yeah, looks like number 5, Laura Richards.
Yeah, great try from her.
And what a rags to riches tale this would be if this starts the comeback for Great Britain in this Women's Open World Cup final. 4-1 now, 12 minutes left.
Good tag there, down the wing for Jess Charles. Australia just getting a penalty there, taking their time resetting here. Almost through. There's Keisha Kapea, hands the ball off. Good idea there, but didn't too much on that short pass.
And it's good pressure from Great Britain. If they got the next score, set up a really interesting finish to this game. Of course, still only 3 points in it. Oh, good hands from number 4 there, Jessica Charles.
Yeah, well held.
Oh, but not such great feet. I believe she got the rollback wrong there.
Ref signaling for a knock on, I think. I'm not quite sure if I saw it. did look away briefly. Good tag there. Australia doing so well to constantly stay running onto the ball, keeping the momentum up. And the GB defence just having to sit back, watch that half second just to...
and Barson, yes.
Jersey just pulled on her, and
they go quickly. Claudia Symington. Barson, yes. They're knocking it around for fun now, Australia. And do they get it? Oh!
Just doesn't hold on to it there. Sean George.
Yeah, almost on top feature there, the Australian players. I don't think there was enough space to comfortably make the pass. And a let off for Great Britain. And you don't get too many of those against Australian teams. A little shove there. Contact made.
Yeah,
free out to Great Britain.
Just taking a bit of a knock. GB look to cross this halfway now. Almost through the gap. Ellen McGuinness. Quick roll ball. Doing that left side. Nice dummy. Almost lets Emily Rona Roper through. Pass out, the space was there, but the pass just didn't go to hand.
Tagged off the ball. No, ref says good tag. And Lucy Saunders, she had great defensive action in the first half. Can she have great offensive action in the second? Great Britain needs something, and they need it soon.
Yeah, starting to get to the point where you need a couple of box tries, possibly.
Yeah, and ref holds hand up, fifth and final.
And that's turnover to Australia. Great defense from them. Go down this left side now to Maria Barsignas. Dropped ball there, gives GB back possession.
Could be a gift for Great Britain if they can do something here. Just clever footwork there from the Australia player. And the GB tag was on her foot and just kept moving it back.
GB now looking threatening. They need to come away with some points here. Tag made. It's good play from GB, but great defense from Australia.
Oh, and again, that
Emily
number
Goldman.
12, Rebecca Pham with the tag. Ref gives contact against GB. Ball's going to go back to Australia.
Loads of support in our YouTube live chat for number 19 Australia, Isabel Lee. Tagged well. That's a good defense from GB.
As we head into the final 6 minutes, GB only down by 3, but this Australia defense looking so strong.
Ball dropped backwards. No, ref said a knock on, and then rolled backwards, and then a knock on there again.
The whistle getting a workout there, a few blows in quick succession. The ball back with GB in this Women's Open World Cup final.
passing there. GB just keeping the ball alive. They're looking tired out there. It's been hard work from both sides, and not just in this match, but of course across all matches they've played here in Limerick for this World Cup, throughout the group stages, the knockout stages, and now here in this Women's Open final. Been a lot of game time really for all of these women.
Yeah, a lot of games, very intense week. We're starting on Tuesday and playing until Saturday, and a couple of days where they would have played multiple games in the same day within a few hours of each other. Definitely some tired bodies and tired minds out there, but you wouldn't think it looking at Australia's number 5, Sharni Waters. She seems to have an endless tank.
Great pace down that wing, sets up Australia very nicely for a bit of attack now. Been playing a lot in their own half for the last while, but looking dangerous again all of a sudden. Ball just not going to hand there. And great support from the onlookers. There is that Tagaroo.
Yeah, the famous kangaroo. Always had a soft spot in my heart after the film Kangaroo Jack.
Your namesake, of
my
course.
namesake, yes. Of course, my name, Kangaroo Millen, on commentary with you today, Shane. Yeah, Kangaroo Jack, brilliant film. Anthony Anderson at his best.
And Australia's defence here at their best, pinning GB back, forcing that kick, and it's caught well by Fénis. Good tag though, GB. Nowhere to go at the moment for Australia.
Yeah, Caitlin Turnbull just looking for her options there, had to go it alone.
Yeah, I think they might be happy to just sort of take it a bit in front of the GB line, dart around a while and just eke out an extra few seconds before the tags are made.
And a lot of contact made there. Two players going into each other.
Knock on to by Australia, giving possession back to GB. One of the GB players looked to play advantage from that, but the ref called her back.
And as we head towards the final 2.5 minutes of this Women's Open World Cup final, looks like it's going to head Australia's way, but it's been close and not definitely confirmed yet. But GB needs something, and they need it very, very soon.
Yeah, just about 2 minutes to go, and they're in their own half. Bit of contact there. We'll see which way the ref gives it. Yeah, I believe it's for GB. I think the defender, although she came out worse for wear, did come across the path of the attacking GB player.
Yeah, rough one there for number 15, Caitlin Turnbull. But I'm sure a cure for most ills is a World Cup gold medal. And she will have one of those, barring a crazy last 90 seconds of this game.
It's good tagging from Australia, making sure GB don't open up a few options.
Oh, kick attempt by Jade Walker, and she's been a bright spark in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Walker's been brilliant for GB. Wins a penalty there. Another penalty, closing the gap down on the attacker coming through.
Jade Walker looks to go quickly.
You feel like almost every quick attempt to take a penalty is pulled back by the ref, even though the Australia defence were already set there.
15.
Yeah.
Caitlin Turnbull went off with the injury.
We
Good
hope
to see
she's
her
all right.
making her way back to her feet.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she'll be ready to receive her gold medal in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, as you say, nothing to brighten the spirits like a World Cup gold medal.
And yeah, the klaxon's gonna go. We have time for one last play. It's not gonna matter really.
GB looking to make something of it though, and that bounce just unfortunately taken away from Leah Alexander, and there is the ref's final whistle. Celebrations all round for the Australia squad. Massive congratulations to them, that Women's Open team beating GB in this World Cup 2023 final, 4 points to 1.
And that is what it's all about. Brilliant, brilliant scenes. See how much it means to those women out there. And Australia are your Women's Open World Cup champions. And then make sure you come back to us for the 4 o'clock game, the Men's Open World Cup final between Lebanon and Australia. Come back for 4 p.m.